This is the 40th season of WTOK's award-winning Football Friday. Live from WTOK, Football Friday begins now.
Welcome to Football Friday. I'm Brett Stevens.
And I'm Carmen Corley. Brett, we're 4 weeks into season 40. This is your second full week. How are you feeling so far?
It's just gone by super quick, and it's just been a lot of great football. Obviously, we've just got an awesome team here just covering up, and I'm ready to kick us off this week. Carmen Corley.
Let's get it going.
Our game of the week is going to take us to Collinsville, Mississippi. Our beautiful emblem of West Lauderdale in honor of Patriots Day. This one started off hot right off the gate. Travion Mosley, he's going to put the pedal to the metal on the very first drive, taking it all the way home. Knights leading early 7-0.
He's a name to know.
Neshoba Central will respond in their end zone. Here's a quick handoff to Dentarius Loggins. He's in for the score. The team wouldn't miss the extra PAT. West Lauderdale still leads 7-6. Jumping forward to the end of the first quarter, it's Rockets quarterback Sam Huffman. Soars the ball to his receiver, Alondrick Haythorne. That touchdown puts the Rockets up 13-7. Knights were looking to bounce back. Here comes Lamarian Spencer with the TD. West Lauderdale now leads 14-13. Second half was back and forth, but ultimately the Rockets pick up that win. The score will be 27-20. They're traveling to Germantown next week, and the Knights hope to bounce back against Union.
All right, and in Neshoba County tonight, the Philadelphia Tornadoes hosting cross-county foe, the Choctaw Central Warriors. Warriors quarterback Cooper Wesley, he's going to hand the ball off here to his running back Malachi Morris, who gets a small gain on the play. Next snap, Wesley once again hands off the ball to Morris, is unable to get through the Tornado defense. Now looking to switch things up, the Warriors go for a pass, and it's going to be caught by Coy Denson for a first down. Moving on to the next play, Morris, he's going to get the ball, goes for the keeper, gets a massive gain right here, going down the sideline into Tornado territory. A couple of drives later, Warriors in the end zone. Morris with another QB keeper runs it in himself, giving Choctaw Central the early 7-0 lead. The Warriors get the win tonight 21-7. They host Lake next week, and Philadelphia travels to Bay Springs.
Now we're going to take you to Friday night at the Ray. Wildcats hosting Starkville, looking to make it 2 straight wins. It was a tough early going for the Wildcats as Tylen Calvert, we'll see him on the keeper, fights right up the gut into the end zone. PAT makes it 20-0 Yellow Jackets, but the Wildcats not down yet. Here's quarterback Cordarian Wilson. He's going to evade the pressure, finds Christian Cyber over the middle. He's able to push forward before he's brought down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, Wildcats. After some penalties back and forth, Wilson slipping the pressure, hits a wide open Santrell Scott for the touchdown. The PAT is no good, so the deficit is 14 points. Nearing the half, Yellow Jackets threatening again, but that Wildcat defense gets a huge sack and a loss of yards to ensure they would go into the half trailing 20-0. Unfortunately, the Cats unable to claw their way back. They fall 44-6 in Starkville. Carmen, we had crews all over the area this week, including 2 games last night, but you were at Enterprise for our tailgate game of the week. How was that atmosphere?
The vibes were amazing. They had people sitting up on the hill across the lawn. It was packed, honestly, on both sides. Union had a good crowd. Enterprise had a ton of people out there. I was like, there must be something crazy going on. I got there at like 5:30, and the parking lot was already packed. It was awesome. But we'll get right to it. The Bulldogs hosting the Union Yellow Jackets tonight. Enterprise had a flyover sponsored by several people and businesses during the national anthem to show their patriotism. Great start tonight. We'll pick up this game in the first quarter. Union's first drive, Mylan Moore with a beautiful pass to Vavon Harris. He's in the end zone for the first points of the game. The Yellow Jackets would miss the PAT. They lead the Bulldogs 6-0. Union driving again. Harris with the snap, looks to Kobe Hutchins, but it's popped up, caught by Braden Johnson. He takes it all the way inside the 20 for the Bulldogs, and he finishes what he started, bullies his way through, and he's in the end zone for a Bulldogs touchdown. They lead 7-6. Second quarter now, Bulldogs going to be in scoring position again. It's a handoff to Jeremiah Chapman, and he's good for 6. The Bulldogs jump out to a 14-6 lead over the Yellow Jackets. Enterprise would go into the half leading 14-6, but in the end, Union wins it 30-14. Union is back at home next week, and Enterprise will host North Forest.
Staying in Clark County, there was a battle of the Big Cats equipment tonight as they hosted Newton. We're starting the game in the middle of the first quarter with a touchdown from Samaj McKenzie on the ground. brings the Panthers to a 14-0 score against the Tigers. Now, here in the second quarter, Jamarion Deere gaining massive yards to put the Panthers on the Tiger goal line, but Deere ends up fumbling the ball. Huge play by that Tiger defense. The ball was recovered. Now, the Tigers, they're going to look to answer back with something on their next drive, but a bad snap on this play causes Tigers quarterback Jaden Moore to fumble. That's going to result in 2 points for the Panthers. 16-0 your score. Middle of the second quarter, Bryce Gavin scanning the field finds Brent McKenzie before being taken down on this play. All night the Panthers were dominating on their home field. They worked together, looking for the outcome, and my goodness, they got it. The Panthers would take the win 44-6.
Alrighty, now visiting last night, some Thursday night action, cross-county rivalry. Southeast Lauderdale Tigers hosting the Northeast Lauderdale Trojans. We'll pick it up late in the second quarter. Trojans up 13-0. Looking to add to it, Jordan Williams finds Darren Jackson. He makes some guys miss, gets to the edge before he's finally pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. But the Tigers defense would lock it down. 4th and goal, Williams on the keeper. He is denied the end zone, and the Trojans would turn it over without points. Time ticking down in the half, and the Trojans threatening again, but this time they opt for a field goal. It comes up just short. The Trojans take their 13-0 lead into the half, and they pick up the win, beating the Tigers 20-0.
And finally, Patrician Academy faced South Choctaw Academy on Thursday. We begin with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Saints currently lead 6-0. Rebels looking to answer back. Quarterback Cade Carroll dumping it off to Gage Adams, making the Saints miss, and he'll march it to the end zone. Their 2-point conversion was no good. This game is tied 6-6. Patrician Academy would take the next drive and focus on their ground game. Running back Ethan Carr shrugs off the opposition into the end zone for the touchdown. Saints retake the lead 14-6. On the next drive, the team would capitalize in the red zone. It's Ethan Carr finding the gap to get his second touchdown of the evening. Saints up 22-6 over the Rebels. SCA found its groove, though, just before half. Here's wide receiver Hagan Wallace off the beautiful throw. He snags the pass. 6 points in the end zone. Saints still leading 22-14. Patrician Academy would hold on to their lead for the rest of the game, though, with a final score of 28-22.
And after the break, we have scores, helmet stickers, and a college preview. Stay with us.